All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
And I'm joined with the brother Yawana. We're coming back at you, Lord will. With the edifying lesson to the spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Shah. But first and foremost, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakudash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here pushing this gospel and truth and sincerity to the best of their ability given to them by Yahweh Shemel Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh Shemel Shai, Lord will, and fall upon our houses. A Lord will again, Lord will, it is edifying, Lord will, it is straight to the point. But we have this article, man. Me and the brother, we ultimately got together, man. It was, just going over some things, and I ultimately, had this article, in my back pocket and had to pull it out, man. Because ultimately, this is what's happening right now, right, and this is what's ultimately going to take place, all across the world, complete and utter lawlessness, man, and ultimately this, the reason for what you see here on the screen, was ultimately, had been set in stone, months prior, right, that ultimately, this was ultimately going to take place, right? The people knew about this, right? And now we're starting to see, once those laws or policies were ultimately set in place, what is ultimately becoming of it, So this is an article that we have on Zero Hedge, and feel free to chime in whenever, brother. But this is a Zero Hedge. It says Chicago crimes rise 61% in 2023, right? Violent offenses spike while governor insists crime coming down, right? So again, for those that ultimately know, a few months prior, they were saying that, I think it was the mayor, the governor that was at the time, said that they were going to ultimately decriminalize, these type of, criminal offenses, right? Violent crimes, non-violent crimes, so on and so forth, right? If you're ultimately watching, paying attention, right, you would have seen this, right? Brothers were doing, videos on this, like every day, every week, you would see another video on this, from a different brother, which is heavy, right? It's complete and utter lawlessness, man. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are gonna get away with a lot of shit, man. Murder, theft, rapes, or grapes, brother Sapes, you know what I mean? So on and so forth, right? And this is what this article is going into, damn, brother. It says a crime rate in Chicago has spiked 61% in the first 3 weeks of 2023, with almost all crime segments registering an increase, right? With data coming at a time when the state's governor insists that the crime in the city is decreasing, which is ultimately, a ploy to ultimately try to keep you people calm, while shit ultimately just wigs the hell out, man. So I wouldn't believe a damn thing these devils say. Yep. It says in the first 22 days of this year, the Chicago Police Department received 4,844 complaints related to crime, up 61% compared to the 3,013 complaints received in 2022. Reveals data from the department. This is also a 97% higher. This is also 97% higher than from the same period in 2021, and 81% higher than in 2020. And for those that know, when the scamdemic ultimately hit and bleeding into, with 2020 and, ultimately bleeding into 2021, that was a pretty bad time, man.
Yeah, it was.
But they're comparing this, as if those times were, basically a walk in the park, man. You know what I mean? A slap on the wrist compared to, ultimately what's happening and taking place in Chicago, Illinois, man. It says the biggest increase in crime in the past year was in motor vehicle theft, who rose by 165% year to date until January 22, 2023, when compared to the year ago period. Right, so everything is ultimately just going up, right? All these different, crimes, right? And they've numbered, very, a small number of different crimes, right? Which I'm about to read, dropping down. Slack it, where'd it go? It says, Yeah, I think I passed it. Oh, right here. It was actually the next two paragraphs. It says the biggest increase in crime in the past year was it. Oh, I already read that. It says aggravated battery jumped 31%, right? Robbery 26%, theft 24%. It says criminal sexual assault 12%, and burglary 11%. Murder fell by 9%, while shooting incidents declined 1%. So all these different, kind of violent crimes are starting to go up. You know what I mean? Which makes sense, man. You got a lot of, there's a lot of murders, and they even call Chicago Chirac. So it's expected, right? That you would obviously see crime increase, man. It's Jake, man. But nonetheless, man, we're just gonna hit the scriptures, man, because this is exactly what's gonna come to really the whole earth, man. Complete lawlessness and disorder, right? Murders, killings, and a whole bunch of crime being committed, man. If we can start with Habakkuk Baruch Shah, unless you got a preset. You got a preset.
No, I got you, bro.
Yeah, come. Let's go to Habakkuk Baruch Shah.
Come, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. It says, reads, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me.
That's right, man, and that's what we're doing, right? We go to these these alternative news sites. We go on. We're subscribed to certain articles which send us emails. Bloomberg, whatever it is, man. We're subscribed to do different channels on YouTube, and we watch their videos, right? We're watching, seeing, and paying attention, right? What's going on around the earth, and as it says in Ezekiel 3:17, what do? Right? We warn the people, right? We warn you people. We bring you these articles, doing lessons such as this one, telling you people, hey, this is what's going on around you,
right.
And this is ultimately according to the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. This is what is very likely to take place because of this situation.
Yep.
Shit is about to get real bad out here, man. Because think about it, right? You're gonna have complete and utter lawlessness, right? With people breaking in, doing this, that, and the third. What does it say? It says, matter of fact, can we grab that? In 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. You can. Are you there? Oh, the call, law, yeah, man. You know what I mean? We can go and start at verse 16, right? Baruch Shah.
2nd Ezra 15 or 16?
15 and 16.
Okay, yeah. I was in 16. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and I'll start at verse. You said verse 15?
Verse 16, Baruch Shah.
16 counts
right.
2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Meaning there's going to be complete, people just, yeah, that was weird, man. That was weird, but you know what I mean? Again, there's going to be, here soon, right? This is what you're going to see. People breaking into homes. This is what they're going to be, this is what they're going to be reporting, right? People breaking into homes, people getting their cars stolen, people getting their life taken, right? People, obviously, you're seeing the crimes that, this article ultimately has listed already, right? And they're doing what? They're not giving a fuck, man. The government don't even give a fuck,
Nope, not at all.
So this is what's ultimately going to take. This is prophecy, man. This is what we're bringing to you people, man. This is what we're watching and seeing and bringing to you people. We can go back to that Habakkuk Baruch Shah.
Come on, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. It reads, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
That's right, man.
Verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Right, and that vision that, ultimately, is the nearest to come is Jacob's trouble, man. This kind of, senseless, criminal acts, right? As soon as I went to go get these fucking bodies, man. But again, let's just hit it, man. This scriptures. You got precept?
Yeah, I got a quick precept.
Yeah, get your precept.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and start of verse 5. It says, for thus saith the Lord Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. And that's ultimately what's coming, man. As it says in, I'm going to say it's Ezekiel 7:25, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Destruction cometh and they shall seek peace. You see, that day, destruction is coming, man. You see, in that time when all hell breaks loose, you people are going to look for peace. But as we're seeing, right, there's a voice of trembling, of fear, and of not of peace, man. Right? So that's the times we're coming into. Dark days, as we always say through the Spirit. Verse 6, ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail. You see, so your modern day man, or your average man, I should say, is going to be ultimately as a woman that's giving birth in those days, man.
Right.
They're going to be balled up in the corners, crying, you know, screaming, because hey, what's coming is going to be a time of terror, man. Because the king of terrors is bringing it. You see, and the Lord's going to ultimately bring the fears of everybody, all right, upon them. That's why it's written that, you know, the Lord's going to mock when your fear cometh. And why is the Lord going to mock? Because you didn't take heed when he sent his fishers to go and fish you, man.
That's right.
You didn't want to take the bait, but you had your own way, you want to do what you want. All right, so now you're going to have to, you know, reap your own fears being put upon you. But this is verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Yeah, 8:2, when you go in Daniel, the 12th chapter, in the first verse, it goes into the same thing, man. That's Jacob's trouble. It's time of great tribulation. And when you read that verse in the particular in the NLT, it talks about there's going to be a time of great anguish that has never been since before creation, man. You see, so what really are we coming into? What really is the Lord going to do? Well, the Lord's going to issue out his wrath upon you people, man. You see, he's going to bring forth judgments to it, man. We just hope that we, you know, are exempt from those judgments, man. We hope we have that the law upon us. You know?
That's right. That's right. You know, and ultimately, the you know, out of you Israelites, you know, the worst ones to get it, you know, are going to be you women, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And the Spirit, you know, is heavily, you know, pressing upon you women again. You know, because again, you women need to get right, man, because you women are complete, which, you know, ultimately everybody is, but, you know, for the sake of the lesson, we're dealing with you women, right? But you women are completely and utterly out of order, man, right?
Yeah.
You women are you know, well, some of you women, not all of you women, right? Some of you women are just nasty, man, disgusting, you know, and rude, you know. And the Lord, Yahweh should be proud. Yahweh Shemel Shai is finna deal with you women, man. You know, a lot of you women are gonna get caught in this Jacob's trouble.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you're gonna, you know, especially with this crime, you know, ultimately being, you know, allowed. Ultimately, you know, they're basically decriminalizing it, right? How much further in a time where martial law, right? The average police officer has to go and fend for his own household. You know, when there's no food, no water, right? They got to go defend their own household, and there's absolutely no police. Not that, you know, the police are there. They just can't help. No, it's the fact that they don't want to help. They're not going to help.
Yep.
Because they got to defend their own house, their own property.
And a lot of these police are corrupt anyways, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You trust the police as good as trusting a thief, man. You know?
That's right. You know, so you women are gonna, you know, get fucked. You know, you're gonna be put in a bad situation, man. You know, you're gonna have a Tyrone, right, coming in and sexually assaulting you, right, on that bike. You know what I mean, like Debo with a small ass bike. You know,
making that little noise every time he moves past.
Yeah.
Scared like motherfucker too,
Scared, man. You know, but you're not gonna be able to do anything, right? You women are gonna be in deep trouble, man.
Yeah.
You know, and for all you women, right, that have been doing men bad, right? All you women that have scoffed and mocked at the prophets, right? All you women that, right? All you women that have done, you know, one of the prophets wrong. Hey, there's gonna be extreme and utter, you know, a judgment for your ass, man.
Well, yeah, because scriptures talk about when you offend the little ones, man. It goes for anybody.
It goes for anybody.
Because even I was reading that the other day, and I'm gonna say that 2 Kings with Elijah when those like 42 children or something cursed or said, "Oh, thou bald head." He cursed them kids, and them two she-bears tore them kids up, man.
Tore their ass up.
So if you offend the little ones, whether you be old, young, it don't matter, man. Because the Lord don't care about how old you are.
There's no respect of persons.
No respect of persons. Especially you women, man. You see, because you really supposed to be in order. But you know, you look at your women nowadays, man. Especially all women are completely gone, man. You know, completely out the window.
That's right, man. You know, can we grab that Micah?
I already got it.
Yeah, Khan. Go ahead, bro.
This is Micah chapter 7 and verse 10. It says, "Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets."
That's what you speak of, bro.
God, you see what I'm saying? She's gonna be trodden down like the mire in the streets. When you walk all over, the mire is like mud, man. You see what I'm saying? Because Jeremiah was thrown in the mire. See, it's like mud. You're going to be walked all over like mud. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have no escape. You're going to have no way out. You know, you're going to be trodden down. You're going to be completely overpowered, man. Because the scriptures say the woman naturally is a weaker vessel. Even you women, I can't wait to see you women out here working out with, you know, arms looking like Hulk Hogan and shit, man. You know? I can't wait to see you women get put to death. You think, oh, I got it. Because some of these women nowadays, these pills they taking, testosterone pills, it's all madness, man.
Yeah.
They actually believe that not only can they be better than a man, but they are a man.
And that they're stronger than a man.
Stronger than a man. But the Lord's going to put a spirit on a man that gonna come round you up. He gonna have the strength of a gorilla, man.
Hey, remember that video? That's crazy because even a man don't even have to have the strength of a gorilla.
Nope.
Right? But in that day, hey, the Lord finna do something else. Remember that video that the brother Bayan, you know, the second in command, you know, he posted in the chat. And what happened? That woman was doing the arm wrestle with the dude, and he did the arm wrestle. Her shit snapped. You heard that? Like a fucking straight.
Like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Now imagine if he was like there, he has nothing to lose.
It didn't even look like a Jake. If that was a Jake, oh no, that'd have been over.
Cause I seen that video. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was like, damn. I think I have it on my Instagram. I saved it, but
yeah.
Can you imagine when that same man he has nothing to lose, all hell's break loose, there's no more law, no more police, and he needs some, you know.
Oh yeah.
Man, you as good as gone, man.
Yeah, you're done. You're done. Because he's gonna have that anger, and you know what I mean. And usually when you're like angry, you that's when you're like your strongest. Like that's when you're most desperate. You know what I mean? So it's like you people are just, you know, you're done for, man.
Yep.
You know, especially you women, man. Yo, Jake coming around, man, right? And no one to stop him. You know, can you? Did you already finish that?
No, I didn't finish it. I'll finish it very quick.
Okay, come.
Yeah, I didn't do the rest of it. This is Micah chapter 7, and verse 10 from the top. It says, "Then she that is my enemy shall see it." I guess I did read it, but I'll read it again. "And shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets."
That's right, man. When you women are finna be trodden down. What does it say in Isaiah the 13th chapter, the 16th verse? Right, your children are going to be you know, killed before you. Right, you women are going to be ravished, man. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture. You know, go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, "Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
Yep.
Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished."
Right, so they're going to take your food, take whatever you got, kill your kids, you know, take what's between your legs, and be done with you, right? Most likely, they're just going to kill you off, man. You know?
Yeah.
You didn't serve your purpose. Cool.
You probably
most likely can. There we go.
Boss, I got longer arms.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Neighbor.
Who like more?
All right, Khan. Salakia, man. Salakia, I had to handle that shit real quick, man. You know, Salakia. But yeah, man, let's get back into the scriptures, man. Where were we at?
Isaiah 13.
Yeah, Isaiah 13, man. You know, because this is exactly what's gonna happen to you women, man, in the times to come. Right, when we read Micah the 7th chapter, the 10th verse, right? You women shall be, you know, what does it say? You women shall be trodden down.
Like the mire in the streets. Yeah.
You know, or if you paraphrasing that scripture, man. You know, but you can go ahead and read that.
This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 16. It says, "Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes, and their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished."
Meaning you gonna be raped, right? These men are going to, you know, they're gonna take what they want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You women are gonna be out here sitting here trying to put a price Remember that video a while back? She sat there and she was like, she said, since gas prices are going up, since this is going up, the price for this coochie is going up.
Oh,
remember that? Remember what she said? She was sitting in the car and she said that shit. Okay, well, guess what? In that day, it's going to be free for them because they going to take it. You know, and you ain't finna get nothing for it, man. You know, matter of fact, you finna get death for it. You know, and that's going to be, that. You know, when the brother was saying that the Lord's going to bring your fears upon you, right? The scriptures literally say that. Right? In Isaiah the 66th chapter, in the 4th verse, that he's going to bring your fears upon you, man. You know? Go and read that, man. You know, and this is why we're constantly telling you people, right, about what's coming, you know, what according to the scriptures is going to take place, right? We don't know exactly what it's going to look like. We don't know exactly, you know, how it's going to play out, right? Scriptures say that we know in part, we prophesy in part. And well, guess what? This is what the Lord said is going to happen, man. Mm-hmm. You know? So this is the time that we are in. Right, this is the reality in which you people have to face, man. You know?
Yeah.
You got something?
Yeah, I was holding Isaiah 66.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Comes Isaiah 66 and verse 4. It says,
Mm-hmm.
I also will choose their delusions, and will bring their fears upon them.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear. But they did evil before mine eyes, and chose that in which I delighted not.
Right, so the Lord sent out his prophets, right? To ultimately warn you, right, of the impending danger, right? That's mercy, by the way, right? To warn somebody, right? The Lord can do anything he wants. He has no respect to persons. He doesn't need to warn you, but he chose to. That's mercy from the Lord, right? And that's an opportunity to ultimately bypass the punishment of those that don't listen.
Yep.
But yet you see that and still don't listen. Well, the Lord's looking at you like, well, why wouldn't I just give you the worst punishment? You know, for those that have kids, if you sit here and you tell your child not to do something, you know what I mean? You and it's multiple times. You know, they're gonna get punished more severely than had you only, you know, or had you not told them, you know, or and they done something stupid. You know, you didn't warn them. You told them no. Right, so you're going to give them the worst punishment, man. And that's what's coming, you know, for really everybody, you know. Everybody, men, women, and children, right? Especially you women, right? Because there's going to be a lot more of y'all getting punished, man. You know, it's what the Lord has set out for y'all. You know, and the Lord's calling, right? He speaks to the ministry of his prophets, right? Your phone's ringing. Are you going to pick it up? You know, go ahead.
It says, Proverbs 29:1, it says, he that being often reproved hardeneth his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy.
Woo! So you ain't gonna be able to you know, escape the judgment, right? There's nothing that you're gonna be able to do. A lot of you women are nasty, right? You sit here and try to, you know, ultimately sleep your way out of anything or into everything in certain positions, man.
Well, yeah, I was even slack. I was watching this video too on Instagram, and this girl had posted it. It was like a video, but she like typed the words on the screen, and she's like, "Yeah, I love long distance relationships, because all I need to do is tell my man that I can't wait to see him, wish he was here, and go out and cheat on him."
Yeah.
I was like, man, this place is done, man.
Yep.
You know, that's crazy. That's bad as hell. That's adultery, really, when you look at it, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. You know, applying the scriptures, man. Scriptures talk about, you know, committing adultery, man. You know, that the adulterer and the adulteress, you know, is ultimately be put to death, man.
Yep.
You know? Lord hates that shit, man. That's an abomination unto the Lord, man. You know, and you women are constantly, every time that you women sleep with another man, the next man, it might not be a lot, right? If it's more than one, and well, guess what? You're committing adultery, right? And you women are going to be put to death for that. You know, really anybody that commits adultery is to be put to death, man or woman. You know, nonetheless.
Yeah, because all them adultery videos, it'd be like dudes walking down like why it never be like you know, rare be the other way around, but you know, it's always the women, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a wicked world, man.
Yep.
Did you want me to host something else?
What you got?
That's where I was at. Yeah.
We can always go to Isaiah 32 and start at verse 9. You know, because again, you women need to get right? Because this is the time of trouble that we're coming into, right? Where everything is, you know, going to be extremely dire, and your faith, right, is going to be tested, right? Is your faith misplaced, right, in the things of the world, or are you going to have faith in Yahweh Shem El Shai and to be delivered, right? The Lord's getting you with the men of the Lord, right, and delivering you with that man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 2. It says, and a man shall be as an
You
idol.
start at verse 9, Bokashaw, and then we'll get there.
Oh, Salaki,
No, you good, bro.
It's Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters.
That's right.
Give ear unto my speech.
Hey, well, it says right there, hear my voice, right? Give ear unto my speech, meaning, hey, the Lord wants you to take heed, man. You know, the Lord doesn't want you women to be perished, right? He doesn't want no one to ultimately perish. What is it, in Sirach, I think it's the 18th chapter, right? Where it tells you, why, for turn ye, for why will you die, O Israel?
Oh, yeah, kind.
You know? Yeah. Hey, the Lord doesn't want to, you know, ultimately, you know, destroy you, man. You know, but because of your ways, the Lord ultimately got to. Right?
Yeah.
Because the kingdom in which he's ultimately going to establish, right, is going to be forever, and it's going to be in righteousness forever, right? And the things that are, you know, the people do, right? The things that this world ultimately condones and pushes is wickedness and evil, contrary to the kingdom in which the Lord wants to ultimately bring forth, man. You know?
I have a quick piece.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Because like I said, you know, give ear unto my speech. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6 verse 25. Receive therefore instruction through my words, and it shall do you good.
Yep.
See, it's going to do you good taking heed unto this man in the end. Right? The Lord is going to protect you and bless you beyond, you know, anybody else in the world because you were obedient, man. It will spare you. This is Isaiah 32 in verse 9. Again, it says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip ye and make ye bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine.
Right, because again, you women are going to be you women aren't going to be able to bathe. You ain't going to be able to go out and eat what you want, right? You ain't going to be able to go out and just, you know, go out, kick it at a, you know, a club or a bar or whatever. You ain't going to be able to go out and sleep with every man, right? You ain't gonna be able to do none of those things, right? You might be able to bathe, you know, wash your ass, you know, but you can damn near count that out. You know what I mean? Food, water, all those things are done for, right? And this is the times that we're fastly approaching, right? Where again, unless you have a men of the Lord, you know, it's like you know, you're ultimately going to be asked out, man. You know, if we can go back to Isaiah, I think it was 13 and 12.
The hiding place. You said 13 and 12.
No. The where it says man is precious gold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, gold over here. Yeah, Slakia, bro. But yeah, man. You know, unless you have a men of the Lord, you know, you're ultimately going to be asked out, right? You know, you're going to be in dire situations, right? But you women are going to ultimately. Hey, you gonna see those men, right? You gonna see those men walking around cool, calm, and collected. Other women with them, other men with them, you know, and being straight, right? You women are gonna be, and you know what? You gonna try and run after that, but Tyrone gonna snatch you up, take you in that room.
Snatch you right up, man.
You know? Go ahead, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 12. It says, "I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir."
That's right, man. And those are going into those that have this truth, right? Those men that have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? That's talking about the men of the Lord, right? The true men of the Lord, right? Not these bug outs that be out here calling themselves the men of the Lord, but they all out here pushing a wayward doctrine, you know, out here, you know, saying some bugged out shit. You know what I mean? You know, push a doctrine contrary to which they have learned before, man. You know, so on and so forth, man. We're talking about men of the Lord that have stood stiffly and continue to stand stiffly, right? Even in the time of trouble for the name of Yahweh Shem El Shai, right? They're gonna be smooth, cool, calm, collected, right? No hell is gonna. What does it say? It says, "And nor evil shall torment them," man. You know what I mean? So they're gonna be straight. Psalms the 91st chapter, man. You can read about that, right? That's what's gonna come to those that trust and believe and have faith in Yahweh Shem El Shai. But you women, right, that don't take heed, what's gonna happen? You very well could be one of those women, right, that see that man of the Lord, and you run up to that man, and what's gonna happen? And the Lord's gonna put the spirit on him to deny you. You know, so not only are you going through hell, now you're being denied by the Lord.
Yeah.
And then now you got to go deal with whatever the Lord has next for your ass.
That's real bad.
You know, that's come on, man. You know, and the prophets again have been warning you, been telling you, right? And we've been beating a dead horse. And well, guess what? You know, until Yahushua comes, we're gonna keep beating the dead horse, man.
Yeah.
You know, so we're gonna keep speaking these scriptures, man. The Lord has men out here, right? Because the scripture says that, basically in childbearing she shall be saved, man. Meaning the Lord is ultimately going to save you women to get you with the men of the Lord, you know, so that way you can ultimately, bring back the elect, in the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just how the Lord, had ultimately set it up. Right? But again, going back to Isaiah 32, and starting at verse 9, the Lord's finna bring trouble upon you women, man. Mm-hmm. This is why you need a man of the Lord, right? So that way you can ultimately be covered in those times. Get the, can you go back to Isaiah 32 and 2?
Yeah,
that's the spirit. Go ahead.
Because Isaiah 32 and 2, it says, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and covered from the tempest.
That's right. Meaning he's going to basically be your shield from the hell that is to come. And come upon people, when Jacob's trouble hits, man. Again, those men, right? Those that truly believe, are going to be protected. The scriptures talk about it, right? When all hell breaks loose and famine and destruction, Esau, Edom, and so on and so forth. All these things, newly created beasts, ultimately, come into play. What did it tell you in Isaiah the 66th chapter, man, or the 65th chapter? Starting at verse 13, that the Lord is going to feed his men, his servants, right? And give them something to drink, meaning he's going to take care of them, Go back into all these different instances, of the accounts of, going back into Elijah, where the Lord sent ravens to feed him flesh and bread at morning and at night, These are miracles that are going to be done for those that truly believe. And you women are going to need that man, right? Not a regular average man. The brother brought it out, in Jeremiah the 30th chapter, starting at verse 5, that even your strongest, most worldly, your Andrew Tates, your Sneekos, your Debos, your Tyrones, and whoever it may be, man, your most country redneck, you know what I mean, big ass Edomite, he's still gonna be in straits, man.
What scripture say is Psalm the 33rd chapter. I always think about that certain scripture concerning things like that. It says, a mighty man is not delivered by much strength.
Yeah.
It's just because you got all the strength in the world and you're strong, muscles bulging out through the shoulder like Popeye. That don't matter, man. Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is in control, whether you live or die. And based off your actions, because most time weighs our actions, your actions are going to be weighing the balance in the times to come. Whether you've been serving him and taking heed, or whether you've been, rebelling and being disobedient. Right. You know what the scripture say? Rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft. So you being rebellious is on the same level of being a witch, right? And thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, man. So y'all people ain't gonna be living too much longer, partying, having a good time, hitting these little TikTok challenges and shit. Turn around, dropping it like it's ice cold. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai sees all that stuff. All you things you want me to do you really be seen on Instagram, man. Women are really exalted on Instagram. They got OnlyFans. They literally millionaires off of, committing whoredoms, man.
Yep.
Sleeping with other men. A lot of times she got a husband, but he let her make OnlyFans and shit, man. Mm-hmm. It's wicked as hell.
That's right, man. Scriptures talk about how this is land, land without order, man. Yep. It had the, which, that's another reason why Esau Edom's ultimately going to be destroyed, man. You have the law, statute, commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, but you're not using them. Mm-hmm. You're not applying the law, statute, commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You got all these so-called pastors, right, that are out here in these churches and this and the third, but nail one of them are out here pushing the law. Nope. Right? So it's like, come on, man. You're all the evil and wickedness that's here begins with you, And we know that going back to the, in Genesis the 3rd chapter, Eve, right, and fucking Esau are basically butt buddies, man. They're pals, man. They're best buds, Yep. So it's like, come on, man. You women gotta learn, to It's like you women gotta learn, man. That Esau Edom is not your friend. The way that you women are living, the way you women are acting, it's ultimately a product, you know, of you being under this damn devil's control, right? So you need to ultimately, you know, leave off from the ways of the world, right? Repent, you know, and turn back, you know, to who you're supposed to be, right? Can we grab? I think it was 2 Peter's 3 and 5. You know, it talks about Sarah and the old ways. You know what I mean? Ultimately, this is an example of how you women are supposed to be, man. And you can't, you know, you can say whatever you want. You can scoff and mock at it. Hey, but this is true righteousness, man. You know, this is true, you know, truly being a woman, man.
You said 2 Peter 3?
Yeah, it's 3. It should be 3 and 5. Let me see. What is that?
2 Peter.
Oh, what is it? It's
I think it's 1 Peter.
Yeah, it might be 1 Peter. Slakia.
Kind of got you, bro. Peter 3 and 5. Yeah, Abraham.
Yeah, Slakia. 1 Peter 3 and 5. Slakia. Go ahead.
This is 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 5. It says, "For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in the Most High."
Ooh, right there. Hey, a holy woman that trusted in the Lord, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Go ahead. This is how they acted, man. You know, go ahead.
It says, "Adorn themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands."
That's right, man. Right? So you women not being, you know, harlots and going out there and, you know, doing all willy-nilly and making a fool of your husband and, you know, causing all these different problems. And come on, man. All you women are just going to be destroyed. You keep acting like that. Hey, take heed to the scriptures. The scriptures tells you in 2 Timothy's, right? And what is it? 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, right? How to be a proper woman, man. You know, scriptures tell you, man. Oh, really? All throughout the scriptures teach you how to be a woman, teach you how to be a man, right? Teach you how to deal with your children, right? Teach you how to deal with friends, teach you how to deal with enemies, teach you how to deal with everybody, man. Every situation you can find in the scriptures, man. In every walk of life, man.
That's heavy.
You know. Let's go back to that.
It says, 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 5, "For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also..."
And see, that's what they'll say, Slocky. They'll say, "Oh, well, that was, you know, long ago." Hey, well, guess what? The Lord doesn't change. So just as that He wanted it that way in the old times, and He wants it that in the new times, man. This is why He's going to get rid of you women that are like that, and in the kingdom, you're going to be the way that the Lord had made you to be. You know, go ahead.
And Slough's looking for that priest, so I can't find it, but it says, you know, that you shall say, "Seek ye the old paths."
Oh yeah,
It's the old path.
Yeah, that's right.
And this is the only path that's going to lead to salvation. Man.
And in that same verse, it says, "What? The good way."
Wow.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
The good way is the only way, man. The good way is the only way.
And what they say, we will not walk therein.
Yeah.
So that's spiritually say that, because people do say that, man. I've
Yeah.
heard it. Oh, that's ancient. We're
Yeah.
really still in ancient times.
Yeah, we're still in ancient times, man. Prophecy's still being fulfilled. Prophecy has always been fulfilled, man. You know, prophecy never stopped, man, since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of creation, man. You know? So it's like, come on, man. You know, y'all say that you snicker, you bicker, you do all these things, man. But hey, those same things that you bicker about and don't want to do, hey, those things are the things that will lead you to life. You know what I mean? What does it say? It says, everyone that taketh heed shall live, but those that leave it shall die, man.
Yep.
You know, Baruch, the 4th chapter, the 1st verse, man. You know, so it's like, come on, man. You know, this is thus saith the Lord, man. This is thus saith the Lord. You ain't got to take my word for it. You ain't got to take the brother's word for it. You ain't take near one of our word for it. You reading the scriptures for yourself, man. You know? Go ahead.
I'll drop that. I'll go back to it.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Kind of point was made. It's 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 5. It says, "For after this manner in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in the Most High adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands."
That's right, man.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord.
That's right, man. They had that respect, right? When it says, you know, the husband is to love their wives and the woman is to be, you know, to respect their husbands, right? Well, that's a sign of respect, man. You know, knowing that he is ultimately, you know, the head of the household, right? Because again, you got the woman that wears the pants. You got the woman, you know, that oh, I'm in control. There was a, you know, just to run you down, you know, me and the brother Yakal, we were at work, man, and this was today, and there was a dude that we were working with, man. I'll keep his name out, but he was telling me that he can't, me and your call. He was telling me and your call that he can't go do certain things because his woman got his phone on lock, and you know what I mean. She has to be okay. He has to get the okay to do certain things. I'm like, come on, man, you a grown ass man. He said that she stays home, this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, come on, man. You a grown-ass man. You pay all the bills, and she telling you what to do?
There was a dude like that at my job,
fuck
too.
no.
Another testimony, when I was working at my last job before, well, 2 jobs ago, I'll just say, same situation. Dude was telling me that he's bragging about he goes to strip club, he knows all the women. And he started talking about his wife. He's like, yeah, I pretty much do what she says. I'm like, what are you talking about, man?
No, she's the one going to the strip club.
yeah.
He's
at home crying.
He's a designated driver.
he got a little snuggie on and shit, man.
Fuck no, man. These dudes bugged out, man.
That's where you get that word, just simps, man. That's really what men are, is just simp.
Simple, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Simps.
But 1 Peter 3 and verse 6, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well.
That's right.
And are not afraid with any amazement.
That's right, man. So again, you gotta ultimately follow, as the brother was about to bring out, follow the old ways, man. Those are the good ways. The old ways are the good ways. You know what I mean? So and there's a thing in the world that says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So hey, guess what, man? The scriptures are perfect, man.
Yeah.
So there's no way that the scriptures, in the culture and the lifestyle that the scriptures ultimately, have us following, or we should be following, can ever be, broken, man, or can ever be wrong, right?
All right, a quick precept.
Con, yeah, you can get your precept, bro.
Con, there's a last precept I got, but let's got something else. This is Psalms chapter 119 and verse 9. It says, wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way, by taking heed thereto according to thy word. That's
right, man. And that's exactly what this word, going back into, I think it was the Isaiah, if I'm not mistaken, the first way where it talks about that coal. You know what I mean? It was likened unto coal.
I was talking
about ultimately the word is, a cleansing agent, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The word is ultimately able to purge you of the ways of Babylon, purge you of the ways of wickedness, right? And have you following after righteousness, man. What does it say? The scriptures are instructions in righteousness, man. In the ways of the world is nothing but what? Death, man. So to end up having you, walking a different path, walking a different way against the grain of the world, man.
Right.
Which is a better way, man.
Con.
You got something else?
No, I got nothing else.
Yeah, con, man. So I just wanted to, ultimately get that out there, man. Yeah, again, this lesson was, really going in, on women, which we ultimately, we know and we understand that there are women, that, are taking heed to the scriptures, to the best of their ability, doing what they're supposed to do, so, world, this is not, going in on y'all. This is going in on the women, of today's world, man, and the wickedness that they are ultimately engaging in, right? Warning them to turn away from their wickedness, right? Warning you women to turn away from your wickedness, and get right with the Lord, man. Jacob's trouble is around the corner, man. Crime is it's just only going to get worse from here, man. You see it on the screen. It's only going to get worse from here. Chicago crime rises 61% in 2023. And this is the same year that through the Spirit and power, Yahweh Hashem Shah, beloved of the apostle, deemed the year, the hopeful year that all the prophecies come to pass. So if this is indeed that year, it's only going to get worse. So repent, come back to the law, statutes, commandments, Yahweh Hashem Shah, and be a true woman according to the scriptures, man.
That's right, bro.
So you got something else?
No.
So Lord will was edifying, Lord will straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakodash. Again, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election Yahweh Shem Shalom live upon your houses. Until next time, we'll say Shalom, Kwame Shalom, Shalom.